One of the number one reasons why women struggle with dating and relationships today is that they choose men who are not ready for anything real. Ladies, there are lots of great relationship-ready men out here. However, you need to learn how to choose them. I wrote this book to teach you how to do just that. Get your copy of Choose Well, a simple formula to determine the best man for you on Amazon today.
Good morning. Good Saturday morning. It's 8:31. And I wanted to jump on really quickly while I am riding into work, so I don't have a whole lot of time. And really, if I'm being honest, this video shouldn't be that long. I give y'all guidelines. I call them rules or principles, but people hate the word rules. Y'all hate the word rules. I love rules. I love guidelines. I love principles. I want to know where the lines are so I can stay in them. I don't understand this newfangled generation where y'all, have a thing with authority. I don't understand that. But I give y'all these rules, this advice, these principles, these boundaries, these guidelines. And people like I said, this is why I let a lot of clients go. This is the number one reason, because you don't want to change. You don't want to grow. You don't want to evolve. And that is the thing that drives me crazy. You want to keep doing the same thing, getting the same result, and crying about it. What most people are addicted to is suffering. Y'all are addicted to suffering. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me talk about one of the rules or principles that I give to the people in my coaching program. Okay. And I admit this is a difficult one, right? I admit this gonna sting. This gonna sting a little. And I tell them this is gonna sting a little. But number one, it's gonna take 12 months. A person is no longer a stranger after 12 months of consistently getting to know them, consistently talking on the phone, consistently texting, consistently sharing, and being open and being vulnerable and transparent, and consistently meeting up. Okay, so that's a friend. That's a romantic relationship. 12 months. You moving in at 3 months. You loaning money at 6 months. You don't know that person. They are technically still very much a stranger. You don't know them. But because of your little feelings, because of the fact that you are bonded to this person because you've been sleeping with them or putting your mouth on them or whatever you do, you think you know them. You believe that y'all have been, connected through lifetimes, and that's your soulmate, that's your twin flame, and whatever other dumb language you use. You think that's what it is, but it ain't. It takes 4 seasons, 12 months of consistent time, energy, and effort toward that person and that person toward you for you to say, okay, that person's not a stranger anymore. 12 months. That's the first principle. The second principle is, if anything, this is what y'all don't want. If anything egregious happens in the first 12 months, any betrayal, any major lying, major cheating, anything egregious that makes you go, then you done. You done. It's over. Because here is the truth of the matter. You're not so deep in. You're not so deep in or so committed, because remember, this person's still a stranger, right? This is not one of those, I got to stay and work it out. We're married. We have kids. We have a family. You shouldn't be that intertwined before 12 months. You are technically still getting to know this person. You're still trying to vet this person. And so if there is emotional infidelity, lying, financial infidelity, physical infidelity, if there's hitting, striking, throwing things, destroying a property, if there is lying, and I'm talking some severe lying, I told you I was single and I'm actually married with 3 kids, you're done. Do you know, if all of humanity just followed that one rule, that anything that happens in the first 12 months of me trying to make you not a stranger, me trying to vet you, me trying to get to know you, if anything happens in that 12 months, that's a huge sign that this ain't gonna work. We not good for each other. We not right for each other. We are misaligned. We don't share the same values and morals, and I shouldn't continue. That's it. The whole world's problems will go away. But because y'all don't do that, because you move in at 3 months or 4 months and get married at 6 months, and you make these huge commitments to strangers. You make commitments to strangers. You lay down and open your legs up to a stranger. You have a baby by a stranger. You buy a house with a stranger. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Okay. You I can't make this up. Like I said, and when I say it like that, people get so offended. They are just beyond offended that I said, yeah, you had a baby with a stranger. I mean, why you say it like that? Because it's the truth. If you got pregnant 3 months in, that person's a stranger. If you bought a house 6 months in, if you married at 6 months, that person's still a stranger. I hate to break it to you, but that's the truth. You don't know that person like that. It takes 12 months of consistent interaction on the phone. And look, this is how y'all gonna try to lie and get around it. You ready? So let me give you the caveat, because some of y'all are out there doing this very thing, and you think this is how you're gonna get around my principle. Long distance don't count. So if you are consistently FaceTiming and talking on the phone and texting somebody that lived 3 states over for 12 months, that person's still a stranger. Okay? That person is still a stranger. You don't know them like that. We're talking in person, face to face. Okay? Proximity. But again, these are the things that I teach women. These are the things that are going to be in the book. And when you ignore the things that I'm telling you, things that are coming, and then this is the thing, this is the part that I just don't get. The advice I give is coming from a healthy place. It's coming from a biblical place. It's coming from a common sense place. None of the advice I give y'all is about hating men, hating women, is about using each other, is about trying to get their money and trying to get their body. And I never say that. And yet I get all this backlash. Either from the men or the women. Well, you're not married. You don't know what you're talking about because you're single. Forget the clinical experience. Forget the fact that I'm a trained therapist. Forget that. Forget the fact that I'm licensed. Okay. Forget the fact that I'm 57. And a lot of the things I'm telling you all, it's not a theory. It's not theoretical. It's not something I made up. It's something I actually did and it worked out. Forget that. Forget the fact that I have been married. I've had a family. Forget that. Yeah, what do I know? What do I know? I don't know what I'm talking about. But please stop trying to make it work. That is one of the biggest red flags that I hear in the first 12 months. We just trying to make it work. I just want it to work so bad. You might as well walk around with a sign on your head that say, my self-esteem is in the gutter. I don't know my self-worth. I am so lowly. I am so desperate. Because that's what it means. Let me translate it for you. That's what it means. I don't believe, and I tell even my couples this, I don't believe in making it work. I don't, especially in the first 12 months. The first 12 months of no, I don't believe in that. I believe in alignment. I believe in the principles. I believe in vetting. I believe in observing a person and seeing who they are at their core and seeing if it matches with who I am and what I want and what I do. But this whole pushing square pegs and round holes, I'm seeing that more and more. And here's the thing. And I want the gentleman to answer this question. So if you're a gentleman and you're watching this, please, I want you to answer this question. And I want you to be sincere. No funny business, okay? We all grown-ups here. We got to stop all the funny business on my channel. I'm tired of that. I'm getting tired of that, okay? This is a real question. If your daughter, your sister, your mother, a woman that you love and care about, right, that you're related to, she brings a guy home. Your daughter has went to medical school. She's become a doctor. She's making $250,000 a year. She brings a guy home, and that guy is making $14,000 a year. He's in school part-time, and she pays all the bills at the house. But she brings him home and says, I want to marry him. I want to marry him. We want to get married. We want to get engaged. I want you to tell me honestly, what is your honest opinion about that situation? What do you tell your daughter, your mother, your sister, your aunt, or whoever, your cousin? Be honest. Because here's one of the things that a lot of men will say to me. Well, Anita, you telling women to leave and leave their men and leave their husband and this and that. Well, that's not good. No, there are some situations that no human being should tolerate. There are some situations that no human being should be in. And here's the thing. I did not talk about the beating or the cheating because I know, most people that have a good head on their shoulders, most people that have common sense, they are going to, advocate for, hey, you need to leave this situation, right? Most people are going to say that. But we're not talking about beating or cheating. Your family member has made something of their life. They are a good, responsible human being, a female, but they bring home a man who makes $13,000 a year, working part-time, and he's in school part-time, and she's footing all the bills. And hey, I want to be with this person. I want to marry this person. Like, what is your advice to that person? That's a real question that I want y'all to answer because it's just getting real sad out here. It's getting very sad out here. It's getting so bad that women would rather be in situations like this. They would rather stay in traumatic, toxic situations than be on their own. Like, we have made being single a curse. We have made being single like a plague. And again, y'all already know I advocate for marriage, but the people, it's like, it's not marriage. It's the people in the marriages. That's what has to heal. People have to heal to come together and have healthy marriages. And so until that can happen, yes, I am telling people, do not stay in this traumatizing, toxic relationship. You're about to literally destroy your entire life. Who you choose to marry is one of the most important, right behind deciding to serve the Lord. Right behind making Jesus your Lord and Savior, the second most important decision is who you marry. And y'all know, of course, I'm always going to advocate marriage, but I'm going to assess the people in the marriage. I'm going to assess people in the relationship so I can give my stamp of approval. But guess what, y'all? I do premarital counseling, and there are plenty of couples that I say, nope, nope. Not her, not him. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? Not her, not him. And look, I could even flip it. I could flip it and say to the man that if the man had a woman that he brought home and the woman either had a bunch of kids, she had done OnlyFans, or just something crazy, y'all, and the man is upstanding and has his life together, what do you tell him? So, yeah, come on, y'all. We just got to do differently. I'm parked now. I'm going to look at your comments. Oh, okay. Okay. Good morning. All right, good. Shella J says, yep, I told you about my friend who got played by a man who was still with his ex. Yeah. And again, if it happened in the first 12 months, bye-bye. She told me that he still lived with his ex, and I told her, heck no, but she ended up getting with him anyway and was shocked that he still loved her. Yeah, people, like I said, that's a person addicted to suffering. I just can't do it. I don't even have people like that in my circle anymore because I started cutting people off. I can't do the I'm addicted to suffering thing. I take serious look at his character and integrity. Okay. We're not talking about a parent-child relationship either. Oh my God. But y'all know a lot of women have a parent-child dynamic with the men that they're with. A lot of women, let's be real, a lot of women leave their marriages because they're in a parent-child dynamic. Y'all, a lot of y'all out here believing that women are leaving marriages in droves because, oh, they want to return to the streets and, oh, they want to have fun and, oh, they want to do what their single girlfriends are doing. That is not true. That is about 8%, 6%, 5%. That is not true. And I don't care what the online internet is telling you. Most women are not leaving their marriage because, oh, I'm just bored. I'm just bored with marriage and I want to return to the streets. No, that is not most women. Is that a percentage of women? Yes. Like I said, but come on now. That's not most women. A lot of women leave their marriage because they set up a parent-child dynamic with their husband. And then 10 years in, they grow weary of it. They do everything. They work just as hard as their husband outside of the home. And then they come home and clock in again to their second full-time job. And they set it up that way. And then the husband doesn't really do anything. He doesn't really contribute outside of just his paycheck. And she gets sick of it. But she is complicit. She is complicit, just like this dynamic, this mother-son dynamic. So, yeah. Most men believe most women how made 250 would waste their time on a guy who didn't make the same or more. Couples don't have much coping skills these days. I just want a man's honest opinion. Okay, that if a woman you care about brought that man home or brought him to you, what do you tell her? That's how wild it is. That's how crazy it is out here. That we have made being on our own a curse. We've made it this horrible thing. This is the worst thing that can ever happen to us. So much so that we will be with anybody. Like we will be with people that are completely unacceptable. And but I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I'm in a marriage. I may be getting beat on, cheated on, lied to. I may be footing all the bills. I may be doing all the stuff with the kids in the household, but I'm not alone. Okay. Lamont Akoff, 2019. Question, if they were complicit in setting up the relationship, shouldn't they share the responsibility? Yes, that's what complicit means. They are equally responsible for the outcome. Okay? That's exactly what it means. So when women do come to me and they tell me how this whole thing started, I say, yeah, you share half of the responsibility of why it's like this. And I do encourage them to try to flip this dynamic to the best of their ability. Don't leave the marriage. Try first to flip the dynamic. And it's going to take about a year. It's going to take about a year for the lady to lean back, stop doing everything, stop, it's going to take about a year. And then if it doesn't happen, okay, now you have to make another decision. But yes, she's half responsible for what's happened. So I'm just saying, y'all, it's just really sad right now that this is where we are, that people are tolerating, and I could talk about the men's side. And look, the men have been tolerating foolishness. Y'all have been tolerating disrespect. You've been tolerating a woman talking to you crazy. You've been tolerating, not getting your sexual needs met. Like, y'all been tolerating for a long time. Like, and you won't leave. Oh, I don't want to break up the family. I don't want to have somebody else raising my kids and all that. Y'all been but again, the men are complicit. The men are complicit in setting up this dynamic. The fact that you didn't check it in the first 12 months. And look. I tell people all the time, I said, I see it in my practice where men are dating women. Disrespect happens in the first 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. You don't check it. You don't nip it in the bud. And here we are. Like, here we are 10 years later in the marriage. You've seen some things in the first 12 months. They're like, this could be a problem down the line. And you move forward. So you're complicit. Sorry. He said changes like this bring about resentment. They shouldn't, because all we're asking you to do is change for the better. It shouldn't bring about resentment. The wife is already resentful that she's doing everything. So, but y'all, stop trying to make it work. Stop. I just gave y'all 2 principles that if you live by those 2 principles, your whole dating life will change. Your whole relationship life will change. Number 1, a person is a stranger until 12 months goes by, 4 seasons. And I'm talking consistent, close proximity relationship with that person. Number 2, if anything happens in those first 12 months that you deem is egregious, you're done. It's not a let's work it out. No. It's not. Okay? You're done. This is a sign that we're not on the same page. This is over. This is not going to work out. This has fractured the relationship to the point where we would be starting a marriage or a relationship in a deficit. So why would you do that to yourself? Just walk away. Okay, the Tony Pond said, in this scenario, this man cannot support himself. He's not a viable husband to any woman. The reality of what's going on is that some of these highly educated women will not cooperate with any man. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. And you know what's funny? I said the same thing. I said a lot of these, high education, high corporate job women, they do choose these men on purpose. They actually, it's funny because they say men are intimidated by them, when the truth is women are intimidated by men that make a lot of money. So can I be real? Women are intimidated by men who make more money than them. Women are intimidated by men who have as much or more education than they did. Yeah, I said it. Because like I said, when I say things like, I have to choose a man that's better than me, I have to look up to my man, that man has to be better. Women lose their mind. They lose their mind when I say that with words. Well, what do you mean? What do you mean better than you? I mean what I said. Better than me. Better than me financially, better than me, education, better than me in terms of what he got and what he owned, better than me. He can even be better than me emotionally. He can be more emotionally intelligent than me. He got to be better than me. Most women are not going to say that out of their mouth. They're not. Oh my Lord, they're going to pass out on the floor. He said often this is the dynamic they grew up in. Precisely. And that was the case for this young lady. She grew up in an environment where there was no dad, and the dad was incarcerated, and the mom was the workhorse. She was the work mule. And so, of course, she's going to try to reenact that dynamic. The woman taking care of the man. But can I be real with y'all? I ain't grew up like that. Like, I'm not familiar with any of this. All of this is just blowing my mind. Like, my daddy ain't like this. My brothers ain't like this. My uncles ain't like this. My granddaddies ain't like this. Like, all this is foreign to me. So yes, a lot of women will say, like, where did you get this from? Where did you get these ideas? Why are you like this? Because, y'all gonna have to overcome your childhood. You're gonna have to overcome that imprint that a woman is supposed to be out here killing herself, like, and taking care of a man. See, I didn't come from that. All I've seen is hypergamous women my whole life. That's why I became one. My aunts, my grandmother, my mother. That's all I know. Women being taken care of by good men. Right? And look, women taking care of their men. Right? Like, that's all I seen. Man takes care of me. I take care of him. We ride off into the sunset together. That's all I know how to do. It's not me sitting on my tuchus all day doing nothing, not cooking, not cleaning, not caring for my children, not ironing clothes or doing whatever he need me to do. No, I take care of him too. So I don't know what y'all come from. I don't know. Okay. It's new to me because in the world I live in, it's my honor to take care of my husband. It's my honor to do for my husband, especially the husband that's doing for me. That is not a foreign concept. But because you all are traumatized and broken and you weren't raised this way and now you're fearful that everybody's trying to use you, everybody's trying to get something, the men are fearful of being used, the women are fearful of being used, you can't let your guard down long enough to say, look, this how it's going to go, okay? I expect you to be the man. I'm going to be the woman. We're going to take care of each other. We're not going to keep score, right? You just lay it out and do it. It's not hard. All right, I got to get in here because I got 3 minutes. Have a great day. It's another beautiful day, Saturday, beautiful day. Thank you so much for rocking with me. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. It just popped into my mind that I was supposed to release a video today, but I did not push that button. That I got to go home and release that video. And then I'm also going to have to add those links to the bottom. Okay. But if you ever want to know where to find my content, so these videos, these lives, they live on my YouTube channel. It's called Better Love Movement, same as my platform here. That's where my lives live. Some of them are members only, so you feel free to join the channel and you can watch all of my videos. And then some of them are just regular videos. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. He said I was sort of skeptical, but you the real deal. Yeah, I try to give y'all common sense advice, and yet, like I said, that's why, a lot of people will say, Anita, who is for is who is for. Don't get mad. I don't have 100,000 subscribers. I don't have 500,000 followers on Instagram, right? It's like, okay, I give y'all real common sense advice, and it's like, okay, like I said, I've gotten over it now. I'm okay. The people that I speak to is the people that I speak to. But it's like people don't want to wake up. They don't want to wake up. And they want to listen to people who are toxic, people who are broken and traumatized and don't have any experience whatsoever, whether it's age, whether it's clinical, whether it's through relationships or marriage. Like, so like I said, I'm over it. I'm trying to get over it. Okay. But I thank you all who do rock with me. Those who do rock with me, I appreciate you all. Have a great Saturday. And as always, stay open to love.